Hello guys, welcome to Basic Nursing Classes. Myself Amanpreet. In today's video, we are moving on with our topic hypothyroidism. In the previous video, we talked about what basically happens and the sign and symptoms. And in this video, we are going to talk about the complications and management. Okay, so let's first discuss the complications of hypothyroidism. The first main complication that is very important from exam point of view, that is mixed edema coma. We already discussed about this condition in the previous video. Like in this condition, there is very low levels of T3 and T4 in our body. Okay, so very low levels of thyroid hormones can lead to mixed edema coma, which in that condition everything goes very down in the body. There will be hypotension, bradycardia, there will be extreme cold intolerance. Okay, and the metabolism will go extremely low. Okay, and the patient can also go into coma. He can go into respiratory failure, and it's a life threatening condition, and it is obviously it's a critical condition and patient can even die. So this condition, it's very important for a nurse to observe the sign and symptoms of mixed edema coma. Okay, she should watch the patient if the patient is going into that condition. And if the patient is having undiagnosed hypothyroidism, that can also lead to mixed edema coma. That's also a basic reason behind this condition. The next complication of hypothyroidism is heart problems. If the patient is having long term hypothyroidism, it can lead to increased levels of LDL, that's bad fat. Okay, and increased levels of cholesterols in the body, and these high levels can lead to heart failure. Okay, so it's very bad for heart. Third main thing is mental health issues, because in hypothyroidism what happens, because everything goes down, there will be forgetfulness and there will be memory loss. Okay, and plus the body is going into the body is going into distorted shape. The patient is obese, getting obese, he has a puffy face, the nails and hair growth, it's going down, they are thin and brittle, plus he is having heart problems and metabolism is low. So all these conditions can also lead to depression. Okay, so mental health issue is also a big issue in hypothyroidism. And fourth condition is goiter. We already discussed about goiter, that is the enlargement of the thyroid gland. It basically happens because of extreme low levels of T3 and T4, and plus constant low levels of T3 and T4. Because of constant low levels, the pituitary gland that stimulates the thyroid gland by secreting TSH, and because of constant stimulation by pituitary gland, the thyroid gland will get enlarged. Okay, it will increase in its size. Okay, so that can lead to enlarged and swollen thyroid gland, and that condition is called goiter. Okay, and enlarged gland can also lead to swallowing difficulty or breathing difficulty. Okay, and that's a long term complication. And fifth one, we can talk about infertility, because in hypothyroidism there is menstrual irregularities. Okay, and there is disturbance in ovulation. So these conditions can lead to infertility. And the last one complication is peripheral neuropathy. Because of long term and uncontrolled hypothyroidism, it can lead to peripheral neuropathy, which can cause pain in the extremities or in the affected areas, and there can be numbness or tingling sensation in the affected areas. Okay, so these are the basic complications of hypothyroidism. Okay, so let's move on to management now. So any condition in which there is low level of hormone, so we have to give externally. Okay, so The only and only option over here is we have to give thyroid hormones, and the thyroid hormone which we give normally, that is levothyroxine. Okay, and it has to be taken for the rest of life. We don't have to stop it abruptly, because if the patient is suffering from hypothyroidism and he is stopping taking that medication, he is stopping taking hormones, he can go into mixed edema coma. Okay, it can lead to extreme low levels of T3 and T4 which the body needs. Okay, plus many questions they come in exams whether this levothyroxine is safe to take in pregnancy. So the answer is yes, it is safe to take levothyroxine in pregnancy. Okay, now let's many questions they come about levothyroxine, about its intake, how to take this medication. So we will talk a little bit about this. So levothyroxine, it should not be mixed with any other medication. It should not be taken along with any other multivitamin or any other medication or any calcium or iron or antacid, nothing. It has to be taken only and only only and only this tablet has to be taken at a one time. No other mixing is required. Okay, it should be avoided and it should be taken empty stomach. Okay, not with the meals. If the patient has forgotten to take it empty stomach, so a gap of 1 hour to 2 hours after meals, okay, it should be there. Okay, it should not be taken with the meals. Okay, and for example, if the patient has just started taking levothyroxine, okay, so it will take around 8 weeks to seek the full therapeutic effect. So um, it takes time to give its full therapeutic effect. Okay, and the sign and symptoms of full therapeutic effect, that are the person can feel he has improved well-being. Okay, or you can also say there is elevated mood. The mood of the person, it is good, it's elevated. So these are the signs and symptoms when the levothyroxine is showing its full therapeutic effect. Okay, and moreover it should not be taken with any vitamin, any calcium, any iron or antacids. Okay, and if the patient is has to go for any surgery or patient is NPO, okay, in the hospital, Nirpar oral, okay, so we don't have to uh, stop the medication. Always give the medication because the patient needs hormones. Okay, so don't hold it, always give it. Hold it only and only if the doctor has expressed it on the papers that it has to be stopped. Okay, so if it is not written on the paper, on the patient's charts, that it has to be hold, only in that condition we should hold it, otherwise we have to give it because the patient needs these hormones. Okay, so this is very important to remember. And if the patient is having hypothyroidism, so the narcotics which are mainly, you can say, fentanyl, morphine, these narcotics, these are avoided. Okay, because they can uh, lead the coma, they can lead the patients into coma condition, because these narcotics, they also bring everything down. Okay, these are the serious depressants, so they bring everything down, and in hypothyroidism already everything is in down condition. Okay, the patient is already having hypotension, bradycardia. So with narcotics, with the sedation, the patient will go in further down condition and it can lead to coma. So don't ever sedate the patients in hypothyroidism, and especially if the patient is going into mixed edema coma condition. Okay, so remember that. Okay, narcotics are not given, and check for the sign and symptoms of mixed edema coma whenever the patient is in hypothyroidism. Okay, So these are the main points to remember about hypothyroidism. And in the next video, we are going to talk about its opposite, that is hyperthyroidism. Okay, so good luck for exam. Okay, thank you.